Alright, so here we are doing a screen capture of my ugly eyeball. And what we're trying to do here is take a look at my lens implant, which I just recently had. I just have always, for the last 3 months, felt like there was some kind of issue. There's something going on. And then when I was talking to my friend the other day, who I hadn't seen in a couple of months, I didn't have to tell him which eye had had the surgery. He was like, yeah, it's the one that's moving around, right? And I was like, moving around? So he described what he was seeing, which then was basically mirroring what I'm seeing from my end. So here we are just with my smartphone. And there's just some interesting things that are going on in that eyeball, it looks to me like. So if you watch in the pupil area, first of all, there seems to be a wobble over the whole eye. But as you see in the pupil area, it's as if there's something in there. And look at that. Now that is interesting. Look at that. Can you see what I'm seeing there? It's interesting. Right there. But as I move that around, inside the pupil is the part that I've been looking at. But then I found another video on YouTube. You can almost not find anybody with any videos like this. But I found someone else explain, and look how that thing is. Look how it's changing. The whole eye right there. Wow, I hadn't noticed that. Look at that. Is that normal? The whole eye is moving right there. See that? Right before that little shooting star comes by. So I don't know. I've had a hard time doing anything but getting them to tell me, hey, it'll be all right. It'll get better with time. And the problem is, the day after the surgery was the best vision I had. So 3 months later, it's just getting worse. Will the YAG capsulotomy help? I don't know. The wobbling part, the movement part, is the part that seems a little strange. I mean, look at that. Doesn't that seem a little strange? It's as if something is inside that eye and reflecting the light back. Yeah, that part where it flashes the light is interesting. Let's see if we can find that. I mean, it's something strange looking and kind of jaggedy looking in a circle there. And that, where as if something inside that eye is totally reflecting I'm basically staring into the cell phone camera, and I have the flashlight. Hopefully that's not bad for your eye. I have the LED light basically pointing into my eye. I figure since when you go to the eye doctor they point a light in your eye that it's alright to do that, hopefully. I haven't been staring at the sun, but I'm trying to get that. that flash. Where did it go? Can't find it. Alright, well anyway, that's it. Part of the, instead of watching the pupil part, which is what I've been watching the outer part of the eye to see how it seems like it is warping in a certain way. I need to mark where that part of the video was. See if we look at it here. Got a little closer in this one. Right in there is a little bit of a warping and a wobbling of things right there. See that? That's a net. See that right there? Now that is weird looking. If you look at that, isn't that whole eye changing? It shouldn't do that, should it? Everything in the eye is warping. Alright, well, I don't want to be obsessive here, but it really is highly annoying. The person that posted the video that I just saw, he used the word wobble. Obviously, they're annoyed as hell. Actually, I believe her video said she was crying in the car. I would be crying if I wasn't such a hard ass, because this is the most, I mean, it really is awful. But I'll tell you what, man, when you get used to putting up with stuff, man, you can put up with almost anything. What's funny is, of course, they always schedule 2 implants, and they don't really need to. So I stopped short. After I started having this problem, I did not get the next, so I'm 3 months out. I am 14 diopters apart between my eyes. So I'm correcting with a contact lens in my left eye, and let me tell you this, my left eye is wonderful. I love it. So instead of having the surgery done now, I opted just to wait until the cataract is actually presenting itself, because they say I have one in my left eye. See there, that's interesting, the way the light's moving around inside the pupil. And then basically I have the experience of having a huge floater type thing that's constantly happening, that's moving. So the point is, people, don't go through that other surgery if you're feeling like you're having a problem. And let me tell you what, it is an untenable decision. There's no doubt about it. But I made my decision. I ordered contacts from Costco for my left eye recently. And then after my friend was looking in my eyeball and said, yeah, I see it moving. I was like, dude, it's not supposed to move. That couldn't be right. I mean, I don't know if there's a bubble in there. Right there's that shifting. Oh my God, look at that. That warping right there. See how that one, the whole eye is moving. Wow, that part of the tape right there seems to have a lot going on. I mean, I don't know if the implant must be above the color of your eye. Not below, not on the other side of that. I'm not exactly sure how it all stacks. Alright, well, I'm just going to leave it at that. That's a pretty long video. I mean, hey, look. It is what it is. It's my eye. And maybe the lady, I'm sorry, I don't recall your name. Maybe the lady who posted the other video on YouTube can get some help. Maybe we can help each other here. So anyway, that's it. Don't get hypnotized, because, you know, if you look into my eyes long enough, you're going to get hypnotized. Because, after all, this is John Masters.